Muskegon is on the move, but more than 20,000 adults in our community are at a virtual standstill because they can't read well enough to fill out a job or housing application, follow healthcare instructions, or read to their children. Muskegon County is facing a literacy crisis. How bad is it? Michigan ranks 50th in reading in the country, and Muskegon County ranks at the bottom of our state. If you think illiteracy doesn't affect you, think again. The impact of low literacy ripples throughout our community. It reduces our tax revenues. It increases our healthcare costs. Low literacy increases the amount of crime happening in our neighborhoods and the number of our community members who are incarcerated. And because the children of adults who cannot read are 5 times more likely to be illiterate, it's a problem that is passed down for generations.
Read Muskegon is a county-wide organization. We support the core urban areas of the community, as well as the rural areas like Ravenna and Fruitport and Whitehall as well. So our programming isn't centralized to one part of the county. We actually bring our programming to the individuals that are in need. Poverty and illiteracy is a generational problem, and the programming that we have in place is going to stop the cycle of generational illiteracy.
So the National Center for Families Learning, our mission is to eradicate poverty through education solutions. So we really work at providing services for families, both parents and children, and providing the 2-generation approach to eradicate poverty. We believe that systemic issues require systemic solutions, and poverty is a systemic issue.
We established about a year ago or 2 years ago now that we wanted to be the hub for literacy in Muskegon County, and I think we've accomplished that. We positioned ourselves to be the go-to organization when it comes to all things literacy, and I think that we're going to now see continued growth in that. We're partnering with regional and national partners now. We're building coalitions with other literacy groups around the region to find more ways to impact literacy rates.
So family literacy or family learning is a model that NCFL is well known for, and what it is parent time. We make sure that parents have a space for them to look at the issues that are most impacting their lives. Pack time, that's parent and child together time, and we really look at those activities being led by the student and an opportunity for parents to be able to transfer home some activities that they're learning in the classroom.
When we talk about combating what the power of literacy really has, and the ability of those who dedicate their lives to increasing literacy in our young adult and adult population, that to me is a very powerful change that we can make a difference in a person's life. And individuals who find themselves either in trouble with the criminal justice system or, more importantly, incarcerated, are those individuals that have either left school behind or clearly show a lack of an ability to understand and appreciate, whether it be reading or writing.
I started working with Read Muskegon through the Exit program. The Exit program is a program that works with people in jail like me.
So I recognized and really appreciated the power of what happens when an individual really sits down and starts to learn just the basics of how to read and write. And the ability for that individual to really change and mold and shape the course of their life based on increasing their literacy skills.
Reading is important because it gives you a better understanding. You get a lot of knowledge from reading. Like whatever job you're working at, if it involves reading, it puts you 2-3 steps ahead because you already have that tool.
One of my roles is to engage with the community in a variety of ways. Right now we're dealing with manufacturers who are having a difficult time finding qualified labor for their plants. So I felt that by working with Read Muskegon, we could develop programming and initiatives to impact our workforce. So we need to begin exposing people to careers now so that they can fill in the gap when the time comes for us to refill positions.
Investing in projects like literacy movements such as Read Muskegon to go into our jail and harness their willingness to better themselves and encourage that attitude and that mentality. To me, when you do that, you're essentially, and I truly believe that if you make somebody a better person leaving that system than they were coming in, that's an individual that isn't coming back. And so the return on investment is that they are no longer going to victimize somebody, which is a huge important return. But more importantly, they're not going to be a tax again on that system. They're actually going to turn into be a productive member of that community or that society. And to me, why wouldn't you want to invest in something like that? Why wouldn't you want to make sure that that individual no longer becomes a burden, if you will, on the taxpayers, but becomes a tax-paying member?
I'm very involved with diversity and equity issues in the region, and I feel like improved literacy rates is going to greatly improve the equity. It gives them a voice so that they can participate in community development initiatives as well.
NCFL is proud to partner with Read Muskegon on this community coalition effort. We believe that Read Muskegon is a catalyst for change here in Muskegon County. We believe that together we can really make greater impacts and see great outcomes.
Certainly, as we talk about reducing those that are incarcerated, whether it be jail or prison, one of the important facets of that is investing in programs that essentially will eliminate that individual's desire to actually make a poor decision and ultimately land themselves incarcerated. And so if we can truly find the dollars and invest early on and change some of those habits or increase that person's potential, you're saving money in the long run on the back end. So if we're going to spend the money, let's spend it on the front end and stop it when we can, as opposed to waiting until the end, which may be too late.
For over a decade, Read Muskegon has been delivering literacy instruction where people live, work, and find community at no cost to learners. We are bringing together organizational leaders and community members from throughout Muskegon County. Now is the time, Muskegon. How can you help? Become a volunteer, refer someone that could benefit from one of our programs, or make a financial contribution to Read Muskegon. Investing in a more literate Muskegon is a gift that changes lives and communities, now and for our future generations.